That fart at the end. Good morning, and today I have here a LTD Kirk Hammett 30th anniversary KH-3 Spider guitar. So this is inspired by Kirk Hammett's 1992 ESP Spider guitar, which from what I read is a melody maker modified into modified with EMG pickups and Floyd Rose, plus the sticker, as you can see here, which is by Pusshead, I think. I don't know if it's Pusshead or Pushhead. Well, I can remember now. I used to be a big fan of Metallica. I love all the music up to about 2007, I think. I think the last album that I bought from them was Death Magnetic, and then I got sick with chronic kidney disease, and basically life became different, and so I didn't have time to listen to music anymore. A good thing before that is I became a fan of Yngwie, but yeah, before that I was a fan of Metallica. I'm still a fan of Metallica now, but of course I've grown old, too busy with my family now, busy with taking care of myself, so I don't have enough time to appreciate their music now. But when I was young, which I was quite free and I didn't have a lot to do, I really listened to their music back then. My favorite one was Injustice for All. That was the first album that I listened to. And then a friend of mine let me borrow his cassette, which is I think it's the Master of Puppets. And of course I like it. And then in around 1992 or 1991, I bought an album, the Black Album, with Enter Sandman in it. And I fell in love. So after that, but back then it was a bit hard to find their CDs. I mean, their cassettes were hard to find in the Philippines where I live. So I had to settle with Injustice for All and Master of Puppets and Black Album. But I really enjoyed them. And when I moved to the city, I managed to buy most of their albums. So yeah, in 1992 they went on tour, and I think I watched a concert of them in Moscow. So Kirk Hammett was playing a guitar like this, the ESP Kirk Hammett KH-3. And in 1994, I think, or 1993, I can be wrong, they released an ESP version of this. And I think the original one was a yellow spider, not a green one like this. Because I've seen one, I saw one in YouTube the other day. It was a yellow spider, and it had a bolt on neck instead of this, which is neck through. And of course the shape is different. This one's more of an LTD shape, ESP shape. The original one was more of a Gibson LP shape, which I like better. Original Gibson Melody Maker shape. This one's nice, but it's not my favorite. It's got a very ugly scalloping from the 17th fret to the 24th, 17th fret to the 24th. I wish they didn't do it. I wish they didn't do that. I mean, to me, if you scallop the neck, it should be the whole neck. But because the neck is so thin, this neck is so thin, like it's crazy thin. It feels thin, and I don't think I'm gonna scallop it because I'm gonna ruin the finish on the side. Which is really nice, thick poly, very glossy. Got some spider inlays here, and starting on the 12th fret is the bone and skull inlay, and then on the scallop frets you almost couldn't see the inlay because it's already small, and then they scallop it. I'm surprised that they didn't damage the inlays. Plus the scalloping is quite ugly. If I may say. This is coming from a guy who likes scalloping his guitar. I don't think the scalloping is symmetrical. It looks deep in the middle, shallow on the side, which is not supposed to be the way you scallop a guitar. It should be like almost the same radius as the fretboard, or at least make it deep on these sides and slightly shallow in the middle. That will give it that will give the neck it will retain the integrity of the neck, and you'll be sure that it's not gonna bend. But anyway, they only scallop the frets which is connected to the body, so I don't think it's gonna affect the neck at all. But from the 1st fret to the 17th fret, it's not scalloped, so I think because it's thin. But I really wish they didn't scallop some of the frets on this. So this is neck through, I guess. Yeah, if you look at it like that, you see 2 lines here, which should mean that it's the whole neck goes through the body, and this 2 is 2-piece. Actually, it looks like it's 3-piece. This one's whole. The other side looks like there's a second line here from here, so there's a second line here. So this is 1, 2, 3-piece body with the neck through neck. I mean neck through how do I call it? With the whole neck through the body. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Got Kirk-Hammett's Bone Breaker pickups, if I haven't mentioned it, and a very thin headstock with tombstone curve here on top. It's not like the Gibson curve, we just got the open book headstock. This one is like a tombstone. I would call it a tombstone because it's very similar to those tombstones you see in cemeteries, the curve. And it's supposed to have a ebony fretboard. I think it's a Madagascar or Madagascan. I don't know, Madagascar ebony fretboard. And this is made in Korea. I mean, I bought this on impulse. I saw it and I was like, it became nostalgic for me. Like, oh, that time I was a big fan. So I really liked his guitar back then. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. But then after bringing it home, I realized that I'm not playing it too much. It's just sitting inside the case. By the way, this comes with a case. I guess because it's a anniversary version. Those are their Kirk-Hammett cases. I mean Kirk-Hammett guitars before this came out. They didn't have any hard cases. This one came with the ESP hard case, because I guess it's a anniversary version, 30th anniversary. To be honest, it's not my favorite guitar. See that? It's already failing on me. I think the battery is gone. I mean, battery's low. It's got batteries on the back here. Where is it? There. So I may need to replace the batteries because now the sound is cutting off. It's supposed to have jumbo fret wires as said on the website, but these are tall but not really that thick. I mean, that fat jumbo, but they are as tall as Dunlops, not as thick as Dunlops. I think these are just 2.7, 2.8 mm, not 3 mm that I like. I'm looking at the other guitar. I think it's 2.8, 2.9, but it's quite tall, like jumbos. I haven't replaced the strings on this when I bought it last year, or when. I can't remember when I bought it. I'm not even sure if I changed the string already, but the thing is starting to rust on the screws here, there. And yeah, because it's not my favorite guitar, I haven't played it a lot. I only took it out today, and here comes the playing again. I don't know why every time I make a video, unless I make it at night time, like 12 o'clock. But anyway, that's for the country safety. So I just pulled it out the other day just to check on it, with no intention of playing any songs with it or what. Not my favorite guitar. For me, I would rather have a James Hetfield guitar, but it's also quite hard to find here. And if I buy it from overseas, it's just gonna be very expensive with shipping and tax and all this. So yeah, maybe I'll just keep it for collection because it's a 30th anniversary. Even though it's made in Korea, it might be worth something someday. Can't say for sure. Not the best craftsmanship from Korea, I would say. There are some parts of the fretboard that has been scraped off here, and they didn't even bother to polish it. They just scraped it off, and they didn't even bother to polish it. I think they scraped off the paint, but they didn't polish. So it's like, I don't know if they can see it from the camera there. No, you're not. Anyway, that can be done by me, but the problem is this is a Floyd Rose guitar. I don't have enough time to set up a Floyd Rose nowadays. It takes a lot of time, and I'm very meticulous with setting up my guitar. So when doing strats, it takes me about 3 to 4 hours. But that's not the real timing that I do it. It's just that I like to sit around and do other things whenever I do that. So it takes me about 4 hours. But of course, this is gonna take a lot of time because it's a Floyd Rose guitar, and so it's just gonna sit inside the case. I haven't got any songs of Metallica to play on it, but it's nice to have it. So I guess I'm gonna keep it. Not my favorite one, but I'm gonna keep it. So I guess that's it for today, and thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and those subscribers that I have, Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions about this, just put it on the comment section and I will answer it as much as I can. So thanks, and that's it for today. Bye bye.